The entire family being lawyers never changes the course of law. You're welcome to another video. Good morning, bonjour, sabah al khair, kwalafia, ekaro, dasba, ansuma, mimamachi. Today, we're going to continue with our paper, The Punch, of Saturday, July 28th to August 8, 1979. What was the price? Was it pesos or forgotten? Yes, the price then was 50 pesos. Namshi. DSA, did I read the title? The Church and ISMS. I can't remember ISMS now. Maybe as we read on, we will get to know it. DSA, your recent editorial on the joint statement issued by the Christian Council and the Catholic Secretariat has prompted this rejoinder. First, one must state that as a Christian, I was not so happy about the statement issued by the two church groups. My only consolation was that the two bodies cannot pretend to be speaking for the entire Church of Christ or God in Ghana. There are many churches in Ghana that are neither connected with nor normally consulted by the Christian Council / Catholic Secretariat before such statements are issued. In fact, with due respect to our elders, one may ask whether the statement was issued after a real prayer for the Lord's guidance on such serious national issue, whether the statement was issued by reference to human wisdom and worldly understanding, of things. Surely their thoughts are not the thoughts of God. Misunderstanding in the church. Okay. In this connection, it goes without saying that some of these churches or church leaders may be unwitting agents of our foreign oppressors or foreign interruption in the internal stability and progress of the country. Sometimes one wonders whether they truly consider themselves as children of God and servants of Christ and not their churches. Sometimes Christians are subtly enlisted into world ideological and politico-economic warfare. They become agents not of God but of Satan, who is behind all these worldly confrontations. God save Ghana. But praise the Lord, Christ still has faithful servants and men in Ghana. Full stop. Men imbued with true love of God, fellow men and the country. Men who are daily seeking the face of God to know His will for His people and for our country. The church is neither inactive in the real interests of Ghana nor against it. The true church, the true church of or body of Christ, not organizations as such, is fully in the forefront of affairs. Dash spiritually. Spiritually is in capital letters. Then next paragraph. It's sad, and in this connection, to think that, like some of our politicians, some church leaders are more concerned with Ghana's so-called international standing than the suffering, the real needs of our people and God's purposes for our country. As you said, there were, and now these friends, as you said, where, where, and are these friends to our what is this to our economic economic woes. Mm. Sorry, the ink. I think there is too much ink here. The word is not very clear. Is economic to our economic woes. Let me repeat it. As you said, where were and are these friends in our economic woes? Could it not be? Could it not be, in fact, true that the failures of our governments are the result of the wicked machinations of these foreign powers or friends with their local accomplices, some in with their accomplices, some in, God have mercy on us. God have mercy on us. Long roofs, well, I believe viewers will make sense of it. What is meant here? Okay, this is why one feels some chill. This is why one feels some chill in one's system when aspiring politicians proclaim their ties with foreign powers, with religion, completely oblivious of the inherent dangers in such affiliations. Viewers, bear with me. You can see that the place is dark, and we are going to even a turn place. From there downwards, it's even torn. We will try to see if we can get something out of it. Okay. Have we Africans been created for the whites? It's a question. Have we Africans been created for the whites? Has God blessed this land with so much riches for, for perpetual benefit of foreigners while we labor, while we labor and suffer? It's a question. Okay. Then let's go to the next. Okay, we might have to, skip some words. Let's see. When will the leaders of maybe our nation, maybe let me fix it there, I don't know. When will the leaders of our nation, whatever their gain the true oh God of giving, I can't fix words there. Let's go down and continue. Let's see. We, the political education and freedom. I don't know if it's well. We, the political education, real freedom from foreign uh, domination. We, the political uh, education and freedom from foreign domination. Even even learned intellectuals, even learned intellectuals, academics, even learned intellectuals, academics suffer from this brainwashing. Yeah, even learned academicians. Let me see. Even learned intellectuals, academics suffer from this brainwashing, resulting in one hurling at each other whilst resulting in one hurling at each other without no, no, no whilst at each other whilst the wicked ones laugh and scream in their the place is also done in their days. I don't know if it's this in their data in their death. Okay, pardon me, viewers. Okay, let's go to. I think we are coming out. We are getting to. We'll soon get out of the turn, please. Okay. We fight and disrupt our national. We fight and disrupt our national uh, endeavors because of foolish attachment to ideologies, systems of government, economic economic systems, economic systems, and all that. Oh, Ghana, oh, Africa. It's lamenting for Ghana and Africa. Oh, Ghana, oh, Africa. Okay. Then let's go to next paragraph. The writer will wish, therefore, to warn you about communism. The writer will wish, therefore, to warn you about about communism, which you seem to tell so much as if that is the answer to the ignorance and treasonable activities of such church leaders and their ilk. Ilk is spelled ILK. The issue, brother, is not the issue, brother, is not capitalism or communism. The issue, brother, is not capitalism or communism. The issue is first and foremost and forever the same Ghana. The issue is first and foremost and forever the same Ghana. Paragraph. Neither the capitalists nor communists are God-fearing. Neither lovers are God-fearing too. Neither lovers, full stop, and just a short sentence. Neither lovers, full stop. All of them have material benefit or political economic exploitation of our people as their objectives. Uh, if Christians are falling for capitalist propaganda, please do not fall also by do not fall also by throwing your hands to the communists. In other words, we shouldn't go capitalist, we shouldn't go communist. We must go African belief. I don't know. Hands to communists. Uh, the choice for Ghana is not capitalist or communist. America or Russia, Britain or Cuba, West or East, German, China or Japan. It is purely Ghana or failure. God, God or God or Mammon. You know, Mammon is spelled Mammon. God or Mammon. If we choose God, Jesus Christ, we have no fear from capitalists, communists, Cubans, Americans, British, Chinese, or Lebanese. Full stop. God will bless our land, and we shall reap in full the fruits of our labor. We go to the last paragraph. Uh, Let us love and fear God. Let us love Ghana. Let us love all men everywhere. Let the fight over ideological, political, and economic systems. What sentence is this? Okay. Let us love all men everywhere. Let the fights over ideological, political, or economic systems, Jesus and Ghana should be enough for us and all our endeavors. Well, the sentence doesn't make much meaning to me, but that's what I've seen there. That's what I'm reading what I see. Okay. The hope of our dear country should be in God, not men, not systems, not whites, not blacks, nor reds. Ghana must be free. Full stop. Long live Ghana for Christ. Amen. So I still have can't make the meaning of. So that's it. We finished with the church and the ISMS. ISMS. I don't think I've been able to get what it means. Maybe viewers have gotten it from what I've read. My brain is decaying. Sorry. Okay. We go to the next story. Epistle to Ghana's Corinthians. Epistle epistle to Ghana's Corinthians. Corinthians in inverted commas. Oh, we're going back to the dark place. Let's see. Just as we have been watching your activities as far as Christianity is concerned, so also have we taken keen interest in your pronouncements on national events, especially in the very recent ones, as far as armed forces Armed Forces Revolutionary Council is concerned. We as Bible believing Christians wish to draw your attention to the following, and they are represented by heavy dots. First one, We are all witnesses to the numerous hardships, economic mismanagements, immoral and religious corruption that have characterized our nation from 1966 up to date. Of course, one does not require a stretch of imagination to see that the national wreckers, then in inverted commas, rappers, unconver- unconverted, unconverted management, yes, unconverted managers, directors, market women, and unbiblical practices were and are being perpetuated by the so-called loyal members of your denomination. Then we go to point two. In short, we lay our national woes at your doors. Since a rule of since since a roll call of all of all involved in our calamities are one way or other, uh, then staunch and faithful members of your denominational churches, then the nation is corrupt because the churches are fully corrupt. I don't know if you believe it. The nation is corrupt because the churches are all corrupt. Mm. Okay. Point three. Point three. Now, as right as right refs, His Holiness very refs, His Grace, presidents, mod- moderators, what has been the impact of your preachings on these men and women from 1966 up to date? You have you have rather left the plain teachings of the gospel and become I don't know if it's let me see if I can let me fix my word there, and ambitious have become ambitious political apostles and money making organizations through unscriptural means, and you have failed woefully to get these poor souls converted. Full stop. And when you want, and when you waited, and these poor souls were executed, then you realize that there was the need to plead for mercy. Oh God. Let me repeat that. And when you waited, and these poor souls were executed, then you realize that there was the need to plead for mercy. Oh my God. That's Rollins' execution of his opponents. Okay. So that's a heavy punch, and whoever is the recipient. Yes, you can tell who the recipient is. Uh, I think that's the last point. No, that's not the last point. Next point. We are aware of unconverted commissioners and fetish priests. Yes, commissioners and fetish priests that have invited as great that have invited as great speakers and chairmen of your conventions and religious services, and like the blind leaders of the blind, and like the blind leaders of the blind, you have act. No, you have set aside the Bible, which is inspired by God, which is inspired by God and written by holy men. Second Peter 1, 2 Peter 1, 20 to 21, and 3 Timothy 3, 3 Timothy, sorry, no, is it 3? 3 Timothy, yes, 3 Timothy 3, 14. Is it 14? 3 Timothy 3 Timothy 3:16 is 16. 3 Timothy 3:16. Uh, and have adopted the charter of redemption, inspired by immoral men and written by drunkards, to be propagated at your pulpits. To be propagated at your pulpits. Paragraph. Since you have lost your sense of balance, since you've lost your sense of balance in the scriptures, you've sat down unconcerned when the leadership with Israel, unconcerned when the leadership when the leadership broke when the leadership broke, pardon me, viewers, when the leadership broke diplomatic relationship with Israel, full stop. Since you have lost the vision of the word of God, you encourage cheats, corrupt, painted lips, and eye women, painted lips and eye women their hoped their trouser wearing women. Oh God, please pardon me. I'm trying to read what I see. And painted lips and eye women hoped their sorry. Eye women bobbed hair. I'm sorry. And eye women bobbed hair and trouser wearing women. Yeah, bobbed hair and trouser wearing women, and even women women pastors in your churches. Full stop. So I think in those days, women wearing trousers was now trying to gain weight in Ghana here. It wasn't very common. Okay, something you are fully aware God is against. I told you, wearing of trousers, God is against it. How many of us will believe it? Something you are fully aware God is against. Okay, next point. You are therefore warned to first cast out the beam of your own eyes by telling your church members the right thing. Then you will see clearly. To cast out. Then you will see clearly to cast out the notes out of the eyes of the authorities, both now and in future. Pardon me, viewers. Both now and in future. Okay. Next point, and I think the last one. Finally, we urge the brethren. Finally, we urge the brethren in all these denominations to start a soul cleaning. To start a soul. To start a soul cleaning exercise, for the coming of the Lord is at hand. For the coming of the Lord is at hand. Or else you will face terrible fire in hell. Then paragraph. This is the truth for which sake we are prepared to die. It's a courageous person during 1979. And I don't know, only God knows whether he was alive or he was killed. The writer, I mean the writer. Okay, paragraph. May the Lord speak to your hearts in this hour of decision. Written by Brother John Benty. Written by Brother John Benty. So, Brother Ben John T, we salute you. We hope you are alive. May God bless you wherever you are. If you are not, I believe your children are alive or your grandchildren. May God bless them. Okay. So written by John Ben T. P.O. Box 8084. Tema. House number H/40. Community 9. Tema. Then Austin Akufo. Austin Akufo. Austin Akufo Game. P.O. Box 8084. Tema. House number H/48. Community 9. Tema. Okay. We go to the next story. Shut up, reactionaries. Shut up, reactionaries. Shut up, reactionaries. Then we have here the story concerning AFRC. AFRC and this casino affair. And then more punches. Punches. See more punches here. So let's go to shut up, reactionaries. Dear sir, there have been calls from many quarters, both internal and external, over the execution of those found guilty to have exploited this economy. Yes. Today, people have done 10 times worse than what those people who were executed did. Somebody borrows money from the bank to build a house. No investigation. The AFRC comes. They don't investigate. They just say that he's built a house. They finish him, kill him. But then, after investigation, they see that he borrowed the money from the bank rather. And now people are chopping government monies. You see a civil servant having 4 houses, 5 houses, 3 cars, 5 cars. Where do they get the money from? Under the nose of Rollins. Under the nose of the same Rollins who did that. Oh my God. This writer is a brave writer. Was a brave man. Okay. The execution of those found guilty to have exploited the economy. No, let me take it again. There have been calls from many quarters, both internal and external, over the execution of those found guilty to have exploited the economy. So all power in those days belonged to Rollins. Mm? Okay. I wonder where I wonder where these people I wonder where these people, councils, states, and associates were when these rogues were doing their own thing with the state funds. I would like these people to go back to the Bible for reference. It is said in the Bible that if one of your hands causes you to sin, cut it off. Now, if this passage is to be applied to Ghana, it will be noted that these people have caused the whole have caused the whole Ghanaian society to sin against God, e.g., doctors going on strike, causing the death of so many innocent people, people committing suicide to end their miserable lives. This is just because they don't face the economic standard which has been raised by the nation wreckers. These things really happened. It's not fiction. By the nation wreckers. Paragraph. The only means by which we Ghanaians can gain favor in the sight of God is to cut these people off entirely from our midst. People are suggesting that death by firing squad is not the best solution to the crimes caused against the state. Let's go back to the passage. Why didn't the Bible say, if one of your hands causes you to sin, stop using it? The Bible knew perfectly well that we will be tempted to use it again. Hence the urge to cut it off entirely. Therefore, if we are just to confiscate the assets of these people and give them some few years of prison sentence, they will come back to do the same thing. For a fool will always be a fool, whether he goes to school or not. When the items were confiscated, where were they? They were used by other people. Hmm? Men went to the markets to burn the markets. But before then, they ransacked the markets, took away cloths, monies, valuables inside their jeeps and went away. And before burning the markets, they knew there were important items in the market and money. They removed them, gloves, markets, all the valuables. Removed them before setting the markets on fire, as if they hadn't tampered with anything before setting them on fire. Oh my God. People were witnesses to these things. Okay, let me see if I can gain my bearing. Therefore, if we just, a fool will always be a fool, whether he goes to school or not. Yes, that's where we ended. This is not retaliation. We want to get rid of them once and for all. Nino, Morte, Accra. And have you gotten rid of them? That's what I'm saying. Come to Ghana today and see how everybody's chopping. Politicians, doctors, lawyers. You don't have money, you don't get anything. Such that it has infiltrated into the society. Go to the market to buy it, and people are cheating. They don't sell the correct thing to you. You go back, they don't pay you back or pay you half the price they sold to you. That item which they know was not good and sold to you, And so, what have we done to them? And he, Rollins, is gone. Oh my God. Okay. Nimno Norte Accra. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next story. Uh, more punch or more punches. Punch. More punches. Comma punch. Dear editor, in the Friday, June 28th edition, I hope it's 28th. Maybe you can correct it if not. The places, the ink there is, we can only see dot a dot of ink there, dark place there. On the Friday, in the Friday, June 28th issue of your most dynamic paper, you stated that Dr. G.K. Agama of UNC, I think United National Convention of UNC, won the North Tongo constituency parliamentary elections, while the UNC presidential candidate, Mr. William Ofori Atta, was beaten by Dr. Hilary Mann by a single vote. May I please draw your attention to the fact that this thing rather happened in the South Tongo constituency, which was last to be announced. I remember the story, which was last to be announced, was won by Duwokpo of Mr. Duwokpo, a PNP parliamentary candidate, while Dr. Hilary Liman, the PNP presidential candidate, had majority votes. I would also like to commend you on your news items since your paper came to the scene. According according to my according to my view, it is only your paper that actually brings the true picture of what happens in every corner of the country, if not in the world. Some of these were the casino affair, the helicopters scandal, the PFP's uh, mystery doves refusal mystery doves refusal to fly and most wonderful research conducted and published about the June 18th elections, all which came true. PFP, I think People's Front Party, and PNP, People's National Party. Okay. Let some party fanatics call you all sorts of names, but actually, it is your paper which has the truthful and which has the truthful and devastating punches. Not physical punches, verbal punches, which has the true and devastating punches. Bravo. Then Philip W.Y. That's Dansoma, but here it's called Dansoma. No, it's a name. Philip W.Y. Datsoma, Accra. So, Philip, if you're alive, we are echoing your story, your view here. Then the last part, AFRC and this casino affair. AFRC, Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, and this casino affair. For about 6 months, every issue of the most revered paper, The Punch, carries a story of the dilemma that 41 personnel of the Golden Club Casino have been thrown into. Pardon me. Let me take it again. For about 6 months, every issue of the most revered paper, The Punch, carries a story of the dilemma that 41 personnel of the casino have been thrown into. Paragraph. Ever since the 23rd of February this year, when the doors of the casino were closed to its workers, there have been a lot of representations to the to the Ethwell SMC, Supreme Military Council, Supreme Military Council, to the Ethwell SMC 2, Supreme Military Council 2, the Chief Labor Officer, in inverted commas, Commissioner and Social Welfare, in brackets, Commissioner and Social Welfare, brackets close, but as at now, nothing has come out of it. Much as we accept that the problem facing the AFRC are enormous, this casino affairs also requires the immediate attention of the members of AFRC. I remember the story of the members of AFRC, yes. Fact that these innocent people have been denied justice because of the personal interests of certain individuals in authority and also members of the board of directors in brackets, as this has been manifested by their utterances and inability to come to a compromise with the dismissed workers and the management of casino. Okay. The workers have been subjected to unjustified financial strains, as most of these workers have been forced to withdraw their awards and children from their various educational institutions. Oh. The plights of these workers are simple and just. One, that all dismissed workers be reinstated. I remember the story very well. That two, that there should be some sort of working conditions approved by representatives of the workers and management. Full stop. As the absence of the work on of the work oh, sorry as the absence of such as pardon me as the absence of such, then into brackets, condition of service, brackets close. So let me take it again. As the absence of such workers who have served as much as 7 years have been subject to unjustified arbitrary dismissal without compensations. Injustice. Okay. To this end, I would like to appeal to the chairman of the AFRC to intervene immediately and expeditiously and get the dismissed workers reinstated. Full stop. Merely opening the casino without looking into the plight of dismissed workers is absurd. It's absurd. Okay. Then, long live the revolution. J.B. Dankwa, P.O. Box 11711. 11711. Accra North, Accra. Okay, let's end here. In those days, people were supporting the revolution out of fear. You didn't, you'll be killed. Best will you be, if you are lucky, you will only be imprisoned. Anyway, thank you very much. God bless you. And I apologize again for bad reading. You can see the paper isn't very good. And therefore, there was nothing I could do about it. Bye-bye.